Hello and welcome to class 10th subject English first flight book chapter 2nd Nelson Mandela Long Walk to Freedom part 2nd by Nelson Rolhal Mandela. Student, this is the second part. First part I have already uploaded. Okay, I hope you have understood half of the chapter what I have uploaded in the first part of this chapter. So let's start the chapter till from where we have left it. Okay, uh, the policy of apartheid created a deep and lasting wound in my country and my people. All of us will spend many years, if not generations, recovering from that profound hurt. In these lines, students, the policies of apartheid, I have already explained what do you mean by apartheid. Apartheid is the policy of treating with the black people of and white people, or the difference which was created by the whitish people towards black people. So they were the apartheids, and the policy which was created by the whitish people uh, was having a deep and lasting effect or pain. Wound means pain. They were having, the black people were having in his country. In my country means in Nelson Mandela's country, and of that people. Okay, the South African people have suffered a lot by the policies of the apartheid. So he's describing this thing. All of us will spend many years in if not generations. He is also saying that we can spend generations or many years. We can spend a generation or many years for recovering from that profound hurt means the pain or the struggle they have done, what the effect was just because of those apartheid. Profound means strong. Okay, so it was the strong hurt, strong pain which was given by the apartheids to this black people. So here Nelson Mandela is saying it will take to heal the pain or the wound which was made by the apartheids. Okay, it will take lots of period of time, lots of generations. Okay, so they are ready to do, but the decades of oppression, as I have already explained, students, um, oppression means to exploit. Okay, so he is saying that but the decades of exploitation means oppression or brutality had after unintended effect, and that was that it produced the Oliver Tambos, the Walter Sissolis, the Chief Lethulis, the Yusuf Dados, the Bram uh, Fishers, the Robert Sobukwas. Students, have you noticed that before every name, the is written? Okay, so are you getting it why the is written in front of these names? The is a definite article which is written on the definite things, which is written before the definite things. Okay, and the things which is unique. So these people were the unique ones. Okay, like these people, nobody will take birth, and nobody is like them. Okay, so by his speech, by his tone, you can understand this thing, that these people are the rarer ones, and for having such type of peoples means having such type of brave peoples, such type of strong people, we have to be suffer from the great and from the deep struggle, or from we have to suffer from that oppression, the exploitation, the brutality what these people have faced. And just because of that brutality only, such type of people take birth. Okay, And from this line he is just explaining that that if these type of people are there, it means that they have suffered a lot from brutality, oppression, an unintended effect was this, that such people have taken birth. Okay, so men of such extraordinary courage, wisdom, and generosity. So these are the people of extraordinary courage. They were having the courage which was extraordinary, which cannot be found in normal people. They are full of wisdom and generosity, so that their like may never be taken again, means such type of people may never take birth again. Perhaps it requires such depth of operation to create such a heights of character. He is also saying that Nelson Mandela is also saying that for having such type of character, for having such type of courage and enthusiasm, we have to suffer from that such type of oppression, such type of exploitation, brutality, what these people have already faced. My country is rich in minerals and gems that lie beneath its soil. Nelson Mandela is saying that his country is rich in minerals and gems. Gems is the diamonds or the precious ornaments which are found under the soil of South Africa. Okay, so they are having the ores of diamond. Okay, so as you all know, South Africa is famous for their raw diamond. So that he is mentioning over there that his soil is famous for the raw diamonds. But I have always known that its greatest wealth is its people, finer and truer than the purest diamond. After knowing this, that his soil is very famous for the raw diamonds, then also he's saying that he was having belief that diamonds are not that much precious as the people of Africa was precious for him. Okay, because they have suffered a lot, they are the finer ones, they were the truer ones for their country, and they were the devotee for their country, and these type of peoples were the only purest diamonds, as above. The names which have taken by Nelson Mandela, he is comparing those people to the raw diamonds. Okay, so come to the next para. It is from these comrades in the struggle that I learned the meaning of courage. So he comrades means the friends, the colleagues, the partner, you can say students. Okay, so comrades means friends. So he is saying that these were the friends of struggling. These were the friends when he was struggling for getting freedom and democracy. These were the people who were with him at that time, and from these people only he has learned about courage, how to come up with the courage. Okay, so from them only he get motivated. Time and again, I have seen men and women risk and give their lives for an India. Means time and again, means by the time he has also seen the people, the men and the women taking risk of their lives for getting this idea, and the idea was what, to get freedom. Okay, so I have seen the men stand up to attacks and torture without breaking, showing a strength and resilience that defies the imagination. So resilience means, students, the ability to deal with hardships and to recover from its effect. So he is also saying that he has seen those people, the people who stand for the war, for the struggle, and then they fell down just due to the exploitation which was done on him. They broke up, then also they stand and again they start fighting. So he has also seen such type of people also, who has suffered from many hardships, and then again they have recovered, and that defies the imagination of Nelson Mandela. I learned the courage was not the absence of fear, but the triumph over it. He is also saying that and from them, from Oliver Tambo, Watler Sisulu, Chief Luther Hult, Yusuf Dado, Braham Fisher, Robert Subukev. He has learned courage from such type of people, and he known to courage, that what is courage. He is saying that courage was not the absence of fear. He is saying that courage doesn't mean that you doesn't fear from anything. Okay, courage what means that you got victory on fear. Okay, so what the real meaning of courage is, when you get victory on your fear, then it means that you are courageous. Okay, at that time you become the courageous. Here triumph means victory. So the brave man is not he who does not feel afraid, but he who conquer that fear. So he is also explaining that to whom we say brave man. So according to him, he is saying that the brave man is the person who doesn't do not according to him, he is saying that brave man is not the one who does not afraid of anything. The brave man is the person who conquer, who get the victory, who achieves his fear. Then that such type of people is the courageous people. Okay, so in the next paragraph, no one is born hating another person because of the color of his skin, or his background, or his religion. So he is saying that no other people are there who means from that day when he will become the president. Okay, so he is saying that no people will be there who will be hated to each other. Okay, no one is born hating another person, means nobody has got by birth nobody is uh, started hating to anyone. Okay, here only we have learned, because he is saying this because of the color of his skin, or his background, or his religion. Okay, no one is born hating another person. We have not born to hate anyone just due to the color of the skin, or just due to the background of the people, or just due to the religion. People must learn to hate, and if they can learn to hate, they can be taught to love, for love comes more naturally to the human heart than its opposite. So he is saying that we have not got that jealousy, we have not got that angerness from our birth only. This is only, and the hate is only learnt or experienced, or like we have got education of such type of hate from on this in this universe only, on this land only. Okay, by our relatives, by our family members, by our neighbors, or extra. Okay, so he is saying that if we can learn hate, they can be people can also taught love also. Okay, so for love comes more naturally. So he is saying ki that love comes more naturally in ourselves, because it is a natural thing. Love is natural thing, because hate is never taught by the nature. You can see students, nature never explains how to hate, or never teach us to hate anyone. I can give you an example, that if you throw a stone on any tree, it never and never throw anything back to you. It only gives fruit after throwing those stones on them, or it always provide you the shed. Okay, so it never hates you after knowing this also, that you used to hate them, not hate them, we can say that you used to hurt them, we can say this. Okay, then also nature loves you. So he is saying that if you used to hate anyone, which is taught in this universe only after taking the birth, then why we can't learn to love? As far as saying that love comes more naturally to the human heart than its opposite, means opposite is the hate. We learn love much better, much in a better way than the hate. Okay, so even in the grimmiest times in prison, he is saying the grimmiest times, grimmiest means here toughest. Okay, and so he is saying, even in the grimmiest times in the prison, when my comrades and I were pushed to our limits, I would see the glimmer of humanity in one of the guards, perhaps just for a second, but it was enough to reassure me and keep me going. Man's goodness is a flame that can be hidden but never extinguished. Extinguish means extinct. Okay, so here Nelson Mandela is saying when he was in the prison, when he was suffering from the toughest time of his life with his comrades means with friends. Okay, they were pushed to their limits. Okay, means the situation was very harsh. The people of that prison used to hate them, used to torture them very badly. But one of the guards which were having little bit of humanity in one of the guards, having a little bit of humanity in them, perhaps just for a second, means for a second also, if they have shown the humanity, from that only he got the assurance that we can move on. The humanity, the humans, the men's have not extinct with the goodness. Okay, so uh, it has just loses but not extinct, it can be bring back. So by this feeling he moves on. In life, every man has twin obligations. Obligations means duty. Obligations to his family, to his parents, to his wife, and children. And he has an obligation to his people, his community, his country. So here Nelson Mandela is saying that in our normal life, every normal person having their twin obligation means twin means two duties every person is having. One is professional, one is unprofessional, and professional is their job and unprofessional is their family life. Okay, informal you can say. So obligation to his family means some duties of any person is there towards their family also. They also have to give time, they also have to devote themselves for their family, for their parents, and for his wife and children too, which comes under the family only. Okay, so and he has an obligation to his people, but at the same time Nelson Mandela have left all the things, and he has the obligation, he is having the duties towards his people of his country only, people of his community. Okay, so he's asking or telling to those people of the assembly that he is having duties towards the country, people of his country. Okay, in a civil and humane society, each man is able to fulfill those obligations according to his own inclinations and abilities. So here inclination means tendency or the behavior, tendency which is natural. Okay, so Nelson Mandela is saying in a civil and humane society means human being society where we are living, each man is able to fulfill those obligation, means every person, every member of the country or every citizen of the country is fulfilling their obligation, which is the first obligation, means duty towards their family, parents, wife, and children, according to his own inclination, means according to his own natural behavior or tendency. He is saying and abilities, But in a country like South Africa, it was almost impossible for the of man of my birth and color to fulfill both of those obligations. So he is saying, but before he was not there, he was not the president. Uh, in the South Africa, a man of color who attempted to live as a human being was punished and isolated. Okay, so here in these lines we got to know that people of South Africa who were black ones. Okay, so it was it was very impossible thing that to obligate or to do their duties towards their family, towards their parents, children's or wife. Okay, to fulfill their duties just because of their color only. So in South Africa, a man of color. He is saying that the man of color means the whitish people can only fulfill their obligations, but the black ones were not able to fulfill those obligations. In South Africa, a man of color who attempted to live as a human being who was punished and isolated. Here isolated means the people who are kept in alone. Okay, so the people, he is saying the people who used to fulfill their obligations, they were punished by the whitish people. Okay, they were punished and they kept isolated, they kept alone and far away from their own people. Okay, so this was the punishment given by the supremacy of that time. In South Africa, a man who tried to fulfill his duty to his people was inevitable repelled from his family and his home and was forced to live a life apart, a twilight existence of secrecy and rebellion. So he is saying the people who were fulfilling their duties towards their family, they were inevitable. Inevitable means unavoidable, rapid from his family. It was just unavoidable thing that you just forgot your family. Okay, so Nelson Mandela is saying, so here Nelson Mandela is saying when he was like previously when he have not given much importance to his people. Okay, to his family members. You can see in these lines, students, in South Africa, a man who tried to fulfill his duty to his people of inevitable rapid from the family and his home and was forced to live a life of apart and twilight existence of secrecy and rebellion. I did not in the beginning choose to place my people above my family, but in attempting to serve my people, I found that I was prevented from fulfilling my obligations as a son, as a brother, a father, and as a husband. Okay, so previously when he was not knowing that much, he didn't know the original thing, that how they make them far from their family. Okay, so when he started caring about his family, about his parents, wife, brother or children, then he got to know that one hidden conspiracy was thrown out, just due to which they were not able to support their family, able to fulfill their obligations towards their family members. Okay, so this was the thing, this was the conspiracy done by the whitish people to divide and rule, you can say. On another hand, that what the whitish people used to do uh, to break the unity of the nation. Okay, so in this next para, I was not born with a hunger to be free. Here in this line means that Nelson Mandela is saying that he was not born in a hunger to be free, means for getting freedom. He was not knowing the what actually freedom means. Okay, from this line, Nelson Mandela is saying he was not knowing that what actual freedom means. He was not in the hunger of getting freedom at the time when he was in his childhood. Okay, so I was born free in every way that I could know. So at that time what he was knowing, that he was free in every way, as he could know, free to run in the fields near my mother's hut, free to swim in the uh, clear stream that ran through my village, free to roast mealies under the stars and ride the broad backs of slow moving bulls. Okay, so he is talking about his childhood, that period of time was which in which he was not knowing what the freedom is. According to him, at that time he was fully free, because for him freedom was what, that he should get freedom to run in the fields near the huts of his mother. Okay, free to swim in the clear streams, in the rivers, you can say. For him the freedom was that he should have the freedom to uh, swim. He should have the freedom to run here and there. He should have freedom to play with anything. Okay, he should have the freedom to move on the broad backs of the bulls. He should have the freedom to uh, go somewhere in the fields or roast mealies means the roasted corn. They used to roast the corns or the grains under the stars, means at the night time. But students, can you compare that lifetime with today's childhood? Okay, means Nelson Mandela's childhood can be compared with the today's childhood? No, na, because our parents will never allowed us to go at night somewhere alone and play with the students. Okay, so he is saying for him, the freedom was that only. As long as I obeyed my father and abided by the customs of my tribe, I was not troubled by the laws of the man and or God. Okay, so he is saying that at that period of time when he was when he was a teenager, when he was in his childhood, he is saying that till that period of time, till when he obeyed his father. He was obeying his father and abiding the rules and customs of the tribe. Till that period of time, he got no trouble by any law of man or God. He was living his life freely and was happy too. In the next para, it was only when I began to learn that my boyhood freedom was an illusion. Okay, so the time illusion means unrealistic. So his childhood, his teenage have he has lived very happily with so much freedom. But the thing was, the boyhood, when he started crossing his teenage, he got to know that all the freedom he was thinking about, everything was just an illusion, just an unrealistic thing. When I discovered as a young man, means when he become elder, when he become the grown up child, that my freedom had already been taken from me, that I have begun to hunger for it. Means when he become a young man, his freedom was already taken from him. Means students, at that this period of time, you can compare with yourself when you will cross 12th class or 10th class. You must have noticed yourself that your parents used to say that don't go there, don't go here, don't do this, don't do that. Okay, so at this period of time, Nelson Mandela noticed that his freedom have already taken away from him. Okay, he realized that he is not free at that period of time. That he and just because of that, he began to hunger for it. Hunger for it means he wants freedom. He wants freedom crazily. Okay, so at first, as a student, I wanted freedom only for myself, and transitory freedoms of being able to stay out at night, read what I pleased, and and go where I chose. So at that, when he was a student, means you can say at in a teenage, 15 to 20 years when he was in. So for him at that period of time, uh, freedom was what, to go wherever he wants at night time also, and do whatever he want to do, wear whatever he want to wear, and read whatever he want to read. Okay, whatever he wants to read. Okay, so reading, going somewhere, or doing anything according to his own will is freedom for him according at that time. Transitory means not a permanent, being a temporary freedom, having temporary freedom. Okay, so this was the freedom for him at that period of time as a student. Later, as a young man, when he was in the young man time, uh, Johannesburg, I yearned for a basic and honorable freedoms of achieving my potential, of earning my keep, and of marrying and having a family, the freedom not to be obstructed in a lawful life. Obstructed. Obstructed means not to be stopped. Okay, so when he become a young man at that time, for him, what was the freedom was that he got all the power, he got all the power of a man. Okay, man means he got all the honors of a man, of the house of man, you can say. He can earn his own salary, own wages. He should have his own money, and he should do his marriage according to his own will, and keep his family with him, and do all the obligations of his life. Okay, so for him, after being a man, the duties, the freedom was this, that he live his life happily with his family. Okay, by doing whatsoever he needs to do to have happiness. And he wants what, that no obstructions should be there for living a lawful life. Okay, so in the next paragraph, but then I slowly saw that not only I was not free, but my brothers and sisters were also not free. So when he crossed 20 years, when he became young man, at that period of time, he noticed that he was not free. Means when he was a student, when he was a child, he was in his childhood, he used to roam here and there, he used to play here and there, he was totally free whatsoever he want to do. But when he crossed that childhood, when he came in teenage, he noticed that some restrictions were there, but then also it was good that he can do something. But some restrictions were there, that he can't read anything on his according to his wish, he can't swim, he can't go here and there according to his will. But then also he was thinking that he was free in somehow, but he felt totally under anyone when he come to the young age, young man, when he become the young man, because he noticed that no one is free, not only he, no one is free. He is Nelson Mandela is having a deeper meaning from these lines, that but then I slowly saw that not only was I not free, but my brothers and sisters were also not free. He is saying that not only I was suffering from that supremacy, but my brothers and sisters, her brothers and sisters were the people of his country, were also suffering from such type of supremacy. They were also not free. Okay, So I saw that it was not just my freedom that was curtailed. Curtailed here means reduced, but the freedom of everyone who looked like I did. So he's saying that it was not just my freedom, it was not just matter of my freedom, it was that the freedom was reduced of Nelson Mandela only. It was the matter of everyone who looked like I did, means who was looking what Nelson Mandela was thinking about, and what Nelson Mandela was thinking at that period of time, that moment of time, that he can live a happy life with his family, with his wife, with his children, and have his own earning. Okay, so that free life Nelson Mandela was not able to live. That is when I joined the African National Congress, and just because of that he has joined the African National Congress at that period of time, and that is when the hunger for my own freedom became the greater hunger for the freedom of my people. And after seeing everything of the nation, he got to know that not only he is not having the freedom, the his brothers and sisters, brother and sister means the people of his country was also were also very under greater hunger for the freedom. Okay, so he wants to work for everyone. It was this desire for the freedom of my people to live their lives with dignity and self respect that animated my life, that transformed a frightened young man into a bold one. Okay, so after having this feeling of getting freedom, after having the greater hunger of freedom and seeing the people's hunger of his country about freedom, uh, forgetting the dignity, forgetting the self respect for that means the people were also not having their self respect. They were exploited as much that it had become very hard to live. So all this thing after seeing had animated Nelson Mandela's life. Okay, so it has transformed a frightened young man. A frightened means a fearful man to a courageous man. Okay, to a bold man, to a brave man who drove a law abiding attorney to become a criminal. Means he's saying a man who was abiding the rules and regulations of the country to a criminal. Means he was changed from an abiding attorney to a criminal, and that turned a family loving husband into a man without home. So he those were the things just because of which a family loving husband was changed and become without home, uninterested in home activities. Okay, so he was the family loving, but he has left all those things also, that forced a life loving man to a life like a monk. So that was the thing, that was the situation which animated Nelson Mandela, who was life loving man, who was loved to live a happy life, had changed his life to become a monk, or to live a life like a monk. Monks are the saint. Okay, so I am no more virtuous or self sacrificing than the next man. So he was not that much virtuous and self sacrificing than those people who have already done the sacrifices for their country. Okay, he is saying that, but I found that I could not even enjoy the poor and limited freedoms. He found that he cannot even enjoy the little freedoms, also the poor and the limited freedoms, also he can't enjoy in that country. For everything, the restrictions were there by the whitish people. I was allowed when I knew my people were not free. So he got to know that why he was not allowed and what are the things. And limited freedoms I was allowed means only limited freedoms were there for them, and I knew my people were not free. And at that time also, when he was knowing that only limited freedoms are there, only some activities they can do according to their will, and rest are under the supremacy's power. Okay, the whitish people's power. Only they, what they say these peoples were doing, they were not free. Freedom is indivisible, means freedom is a such type of feeling which is uh, indivisible. Okay, so the chains on any one of my people were the chains on all of them, means he is saying that if exploitation is done on any one person, it means that that exploitation is suffered by each and every people of the country. The chains on all of my people were the chains on me, means if a bunch of people is suffering from any hurdle, any exploitation, or if they are chained with anything, it means that Nelson Mandela is chained, means he's saying that I am chained. Okay, and he's suffering from all those ill wills. I know I knew that the oppressor must be liberated just as surely as the oppressed. He is saying this line is also having a deeper meaning. Students, get to it and underline it. So he is saying, I knew that the oppressor must be liberated just as surely as oppressed. A man who takes away another man's freedom is a prisoner of hatred. He is locked behind the bars of prejudice, and a mindedness. So here Nelson Mandela is saying that only the oppressor must not be liberated just as surely as the oppressed, means oppressor is the हुकुम in हिंदी हुकुम करने वाला, and oppressed means हुकुम को या फिर exploitation सहने वाला. Okay, so he is saying that oppressor is not only the person who is free, or the person who is oppressed, he is also not free, and the oppressor is also not free. Both are changed. We can't say that oppressor is free because he is giving demands, and oppressed people are under wound or under struggle. Okay, because both are in the uh, both are not having the freedom, both are not liberated. Okay, he is saying because a man who takes away another man's freedom, means if we are working to handle out to hold anyone's freedom, it means that he or she is also in prism of hatred, means he is under hatred. He is thinking continuously. In his body the hatred is moving. He is feeling uh, totally jealous or hate towards anyone. He is looked behind the bars of prejudice. Prejudice means, students, a strong dislike without any reason, means if anyone is disliking you, if anyone is thinking about you continuously for your harm, it means that he is the oppressed one. He is suffering from a hatred. He is suffering from jealous. Okay, narrow mindedness. Okay, so he is suffering from narrow mindedness. He is not having broad thinking. He is also not living his life. He is just thinking about anyone else. Okay, so for living a free life, you have to just think about your happiness, and you have to just think about your happiness and live your life. Not, you don't have to put your legs or put your feet in anyone's toed things. Okay, uh, so live your own happy life without thinking anyone else. Okay, so that is called freedom. just as surely he is saying that Nelson Mandela is saying I am not truly free if I am taking away someone else's freedom. Means he's saying that if I take someone's freedom, that doesn't mean that I am free. Just as surely as I am not free when my freedom is taken from me. Means if it is a situation like if oppressed one is not free, if the person to whom the freedom have been taken, that person is already not free, and the person who is taking the freedom, that person is also not free. Okay, so though both the people are not free, the person who has taken freedom or the person who has given freedom, both are in one situation only, both are under what you can say, both are not having freedom to do anything, because they are bound to do same activity, or they can't do anything else for their happy life. The oppressed and the oppressor alike are robbed of their humanity. Means oppressor and oppressed one, they have lost their humanity. Okay, so this is what the story tells, that we should live our own life happily. We should not discriminate with anything. Discrimination should not be done, and we should fulfill our obligation towards our nation, towards our family. Okay, so like this only we will be able to live our life happily. And as you know, if we think about anyone's bad, then it doesn't mean we are free, we are spoiling our time. Okay, so if we think about us, if we will think about our success, how to get it, we will surely living a good happy life and a successful too. So some questions here I have given to you all students, which you will get the answer from the above slides or what you have seen. Okay, so write these answers, write these, attend these questions in your copies very neatly and clearly. If you will be having any doubt in the explanation and any problem from these videos, you can share it with me in the comment box. Thank you.